picnic with my best friends. We start to plan what we will do. Now life's back in color and everything's feeling brand new. Well, I read that the French always say what's on their mind. Even lipstick.
Hi my loves, Happy New Year. I hope 2022 is treating you guys really well so far. I feel like this year a reset is very much needed. The last couple of years have not really gone according to plan. So this year I'm going to start by resetting my mind, my goals, my priorities, and my space. So today I'm going to start with decluttering some of the spaces in my house. It is so hard to declutter all your house in one day, so I'm going to designate certain days for certain sections. Today I'm going to be doing the most condensed sections, which are my wardrobe, my accessories, bags, shoes, nail polishes, makeup, and skincare. I feel like clothes are definitely one of those things where we can over purchase. We all get tied up in trends and fast fashion. It's so easy to buy them at the height of their popularity and sadly dispose of them after a few wears, if not any. You shouldn't feel bad throwing away clothes even if you haven't worn them, because then you can take it as a lesson and make better decisions in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all the pieces out of my wardrobe that I'm unsure about. I'm going to try them on, see if they still fit and still suit my style. If they don't, then I will probably give them to charity, and I do have a selling pile as well. That night I did continue on to redoing my wardrobe because I wasn't happy with the first time I did it. I definitely thought that I could throw away some more. I do get attached to clothes and I find it a little bit harder to get rid of them, but I feel like my style has changed so much during this past year and I still feel like I'm finding my true style. But I went from loving patterns and bright colors to going completely neutral with my wardrobe. I feel like I will always love color, but instead of bright colors, I'm going more for pastels and colorful pieces that I can still pair with my neutrals. So this is literally what my wardrobe looks like. I'm really into the beiges, the creams, the caramel browns and white, and I don't even have that much black in my wardrobe anymore because it just reminds me of work because I have to wear full black. So I don't really buy personal clothes that are black as much, and instead of patterns I'm really into detailing such as ruffles, pockets, zips, pleats and things like that. I still am into a little bit of pattern, but it has to be very minimalistic. Socks are something that I get really attached to. I have no idea why, but I used to have really colorful socks with pictures on them and everything, which I'm trying to minimize, but I am keeping a couple of them still. Now moving on to bags. Now I have a different type of love for bags, but at the moment my collection is not that huge, and I do have some traditional pieces such as these ones that I wear with traditional clothing, but otherwise it's fairly neutral. I used to purchase my everyday bag annually and I feel like it was such a waste of money. I do have my eye on some higher end bags now that my wardrobe is a little bit more neutral. They would pair with a lot of my clothes and they will be much better quality and much longer lasting than my past purchases. Similar to my bags, I feel like my shoe collection definitely needs a revamp. I am throwing away a few of these shoes. You know how people like to collect things? I am definitely a bag enthusiast. In saying that, I definitely want some high-end shoes which are more classic that I would love to add to my collection. However, I don't see myself having a huge shoe collection. Now, these shoes I have had for a real long time and I always think about throwing them away, but these are my only full black heels. But I feel like they make me look like I have hooves. My sister used to joke around and call me Mr. Tumnus from Narnia when I used to wear these shoes. Anyway, I just have a few neutral pieces. Half of my shoe collection is actually thrifted. I have been able to find some new pieces. I have had some knee problems and my job requires me to stand all day, so recently I have sort of given up on heels and I've converted more towards sneakers, and I have developed a scary obsession with full white sneakers, and this is my little collection so far and I'm actually really happy with it. But I do really get scared of wearing full white shoes because I'm really clumsy and I know that I will damage them in some way. But I'm in love with them so much and I'm getting so much wear out of all of them. It's safe to say that they will be staying with me for a long time. But out of all of them, the Nike Air Forces are definitely my favorite. Moving on to nail polishes, I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself a lot in this video, but I used to wear very colorful nail polishes and I used to think that nude and neutral colors were very boring. With my style changing, I have been loving neutral colors. So this is my little collection. I do have a little bit of color with the nail polishes. I have a couple pale pinks, I have a brown, and I have to have purple because it's my favorite color. And I have about 3 different types of purples. My absolute favorite 2 nail polishes are from Inglot Cosmetics. One of them is number 677, which is a beautiful nude. It's kind of like a pinky, sometimes looks browny nude, but it looks perfect with my skin tone. And this other one is their Natural Origin nail polish. This one definitely lasts much longer than the other one, but this is in the color 001 and it is not white. It's a little bit darker than white. In my opinion, it looks much better than white because it's not as bright. I don't know how to explain this color, so yeah. And then I have the clear coats and also backups for my 2 favorite nail polishes. Now moving on to accessories, and I feel like I have a lot and I haven't been getting much wear out of them because we've been wearing the mask and I've been wearing less jewelry because most of my jewelry is a selection of earrings, and I have always been and probably always be obsessed with hoops. I have all different types and sizes and I can't throw the hoops away, but I think I will be condensing this collection a lot. I pretty much want everything to fit into this Pandora jewelry box, and I want to get rid of my big jewelry stand, but I used to be the girl with the biggest necklaces and the biggest earrings, but I am getting into more timeless and dainty pieces. Now comes the biggest challenge, cleaning out my makeup. Now this is not the only drawer of makeup I have. For those of you guys who've been following me for a while, I am a makeup artist and I have a lot of makeup. When I'm doing a makeup and skincare clean out, I just like to throw away things that are expired, and a lot of makeup unfortunately doesn't have expiry dates on it. I don't know why, and it definitely should. Cream products such as foundations, cream blushes, highlighters and bronzers, concealers and skincare should be discarded after 1 year. Powders such as face powders, blushes, bronzers, highlighters and eyeshadows usually last approximately for about 2 to 3 years. They usually have a longer lifespan. Mascaras have the shortest lifespan and should be disposed after 4 to 6 months. This is important as it can cause eye infections. Always make sure that your mascaras are closed tightly to prevent them from harboring any bacteria, and never share your mascaras with anyone. Eyeliners usually last for about a year, and lipsticks are another product that should not be shared with anyone, and it should be thrown out after 8 to 10 months. I feel like my skincare, especially sheet mask collection, just keeps on growing, and I've been really lazy with my skincare, so I feel like I really need to use these, and I am throwing away some of the older ones that I had. Now onto brushes. I feel like brushes is definitely something that will last you such a long time if you take proper care of them. So I always make sure that I wash my brushes at least once a week and disinfect them with alcohol in between uses. This is so important, guys. I know so many people who use dirty brushes on a daily basis, and they just harbor a lot of bacteria, and you're putting it back onto your face. And you also get a different type of satisfaction when you use clean brushes. I have this acrylic brush holder, and it's so handy. I keep only clean brushes in here, and it keeps them away from dust, and especially cat hair, because I have 2 cats and their hair is everywhere. I usually recycle boxes from packages, and I use them as little dividers. And I also use these Zucca bags, which go into my Zucca case, which makes it really easy for me when I'm traveling for clients, because I just take these out and put them into the case. But I do use products from these cases on a daily-ish basis, so I like to have it in my drawer. The makeup drawer is just something that gets so dirty, and we don't clean it. Well, I don't clean it as much as I should, so here is my very dirty makeup drawer, which is really embarrassing. I also take time to just clean all my palettes because they get quite dusty. This is my trusty little Makeup Forever magnetic case, which I absolutely love, and this is an oldie, and I haven't been able to part from it because it's such a good size, even though the lid has detached itself from the actual case, and I believe it's discontinued and they don't sell it anymore. And I just feel like the magnetic idea is so handy and so good. I don't know if I love the concept more because I'm a makeup artist and it's very handy to just buy refills and fill up your palette, but I think other companies should do this as well, in my opinion. And these are just a few things that I use day to day. They're all Inglot Cosmetics, and they're all magnetic, and it's just very handy, okay? This is all the stuff that I will be donating, and I do have a separate pile of things that I would like to sell, but I just feel so much better after decluttering my space. I challenge you guys to declutter your space this year, and if you guys have any tips and tricks, leave them in the comments below. But I'll see you in the next video. Bye!